The best time to cut your own flowers from the garden is probably going to be early in the morning or before the heat of the day really hits. So, at least by 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, you'll want to go out in the garden and cut your flowers. The earlier, the better. It's also important when you're cutting flowers that you try to pick flowers that are beginning to open, not ones that have fully matured. They'll last longer indoors. And this is one of my favorite flowers, and it's commonly known as red hot poker. Really, this should be yellow hot poker, and it makes a great plant for arranging. And you just reach down, you can use a shears or a sharp knife, and you just cut your stems like this. Make sure you have a pail with water right there so you can take your flowers and set them right in the cool water as you cut them. When you're cutting different flowers, I like to cut a couple of each. I just don't like to cut one stem. It's either 3 or 5. This is a wonderful summer blooming plant. It's crinum. It's a bulb. It's a tropical bulb. And I just come in and cut a couple of these. Then as I find other things in the garden, I like to use, filler. And this is a perennial status, and it's a great filler plant. So you just reach in and you cut a couple bunches. And it's very easy to use something that is a filler material. And when you're arranging your flowers, it really gives a kind of a nice backdrop to the flowers that you're cutting. Russian sage blooms all summer. It's great. Now, when you're dealing with plants with foliage at the bottom, I sometimes remove and just strip off some of the foliage. But this is a wonderful filler. Again, I like to get maybe 3 stems of this. And then what I do then is put them in the bucket of water. Now, when I take these flowers, these specific flowers, and rearrange them, finally, if I'm doing that indoors, I will recut the ends one more time. Maybe take an inch or 2 off and recut them. This phlox is also a wonderful long blooming plant, so I'll cut a couple of these. And I'll strip them at the same time as I cut them. And you can tell as the day progresses, the leaves start to wilt a little bit and hang downward. So really the key is to get these earlier, the better. I like to match up some of the colors. You have the yellow hot poker with this beautiful golden yellow hosta. So you just come in, and these really make a nice filler. I try to get nice healthy leaves. Anywhere from 3 to 5 leaves will work. Just take your arrangement in one hand and take your hosta leaves in the other. And just set the hostas around so you have a beautiful arrangement lined with beautiful golden hosta. It's that simple. You can go right out in the garden and cut your own arrangement and have a basket of flowers in like 5 minutes. I'm Mark Viette. Join me next time in the garden.